So let's therefore ask that big question. Is this bulldozer Raj constitutional or not? Joining me now, very special guest, Justice Govind Mathur is former Chief Justice of the Allahabad High Court. Therefore, you have every locus to answer this question which I put to you. Do you believe this bulldozer justice is prima facie illegal, or can it be justified by the state as punitive or remedial action against those destroying public property, those allegedly involved in riots? How do you see it, Justice Mathur?
Can this type of action can ever be a fair action? This is highly unjust. You see, merely on the basis of some apprehensions that they participated in some protest or some illegal construction was raised, this can't be demolished in this manner. This bulldozer justice we heard much back in 1976 at Turkman Gate time. And then now it is highly unjust. That was deprecated. And this is also required to be deprecated. It can't be permissible where rule of law prevails.
You're making a very important point, Justice Mathur. You're saying this is back to the Turkman Gate period, Indira Gandhi's time, when there was demolition that took place in the heart of the capital. Let me push you therefore on that. Are you saying this is prima facie illegal? Because in this case, no adequate notice was served as is claimed, and therefore due process was not followed, because the government is saying that they had issued notices for illegal structures belonging to Javed Mohammed, who they claim was involved in the riots. Are you saying that's the problem, or the timing of it?
You see, when we are talking about the due process of law, then it includes so many things. Because whether this property belongs to Mr. Javed or his wife or his daughter, this is still disputed. Now, if any notice was given to Mr. Javed, whether that was sufficient, whether a reasonable time was given, and now you see, even if we assume that it was an illegal construction, then too, it was not proper to just come on the holiday and to demolish that. At least a breathing time should have been given to approach the court. I fail to understand that why the governmental authorities, why the Prayagraj Development Authority, they are afraid of courts. If this were nothing, the sky was not going to fall in a day, they would have taken this action on Monday or Tuesday. That was the appropriate time. They would have approached to the court.
So it's interesting. You're seemingly questioning both the timing and the manner it's been done. But Justice Mathur, there will be those today who will say, listening to you, saying that, look, the rule of the law will take a very long time. Due process in our country takes a long time. Particularly the state has to go through the process of framing charges. These can be challenged. This will take years. The violent protests continue and there is no deterrent to them. The state, according to those in the government, is sending out a strong message that we will not tolerate anyone taking law into their own hands. This is swift justice in a way. That is what bulldozer justice. It is swift, short-circuited justice. Justice Mathur?
You see, judiciary is also a state of, is a face of a state. It is legislature, it is executive, and it is the judiciary. All these three faces of the state. Now, whether it will take time or not, this is the law. If it takes time, then we have to face it. We can't ignore law. Otherwise, one day we will say that even in a murder case, no trial is required. We have seen a person killing somebody, so just hang him. This is the country where even Kasab faced the trial. We are having a complete set of law to deal with criminal cases, and we, the executive, have ample power to administer in accordance with law. They can't now hear the executive itself is taking law in their hands. This is not permissible. They can't behave like criminals.